Hello and welcome to the Keyboard Road Warrior with me, Movie Scouse 007, where we play Euro Truck Simulator 2 with nothing but a laptop and its keyboard. So, we leveled up at the end of the last video, and you know what that means. That means a skill point, and that means upgrade. So let's go and look at the skill point first. This is going to be relatively easy. Fragile cargo, I feel, and level 5... a 5% increase for delivering a fragile cargo, so that puts us up to an extra 25%. So, let's apply that, and let's have a quick shufty at the upgrades. Ooh, it's exhausts. I'm not sure why people are so fascinated by exhausts, but there you go. I don't bother with them. I've got the exhaust going up the back of my truck. And that is good enough for me. So, let us go and repair and rest. Which is what we're going to do. Gosh, this is taking a long time. This one's not a particularly good picture because there's not an awful lot of colour in it, and it's subtle colour, and so you can't really tell. It's only because of the little arrows. Right then, so quickly check the map, find out where we're going. And we're turning left, and then we're going into the right. So this one's relatively easy. Engine on. Parking brake off. Let's rock. And it's entirely possible that we'll be coming right back here. To pick up our next load, but we're not going to worry about that for the time being, because what we are going to worry about is getting ourselves repaired and rested, so that's going to happen in here. So, okay, so a further £4,000, well, 3,991, so 545 for the engine, 210 for the transmission, 1,023 for the chassis, 2,029 for the cab, and 184 for the wheels. That's 2% on the engine, 1% on the transmission, 5% on the chassis, 4% on the cab, and 1% on the wheels. So let's repair that. And before we go anywhere, let's go. Actually, let's go to the garage. We know we're going to spend the money. So where's Bratislava? Okay, let's upgrade Bratislava. Right, let's go get 5 trucks. This is going to be relatively quick. Oh, it always does this little flyover when you upgrade. I know it's pretty. Okay, why is it flashing at night time when it's daytime? Never mind. So, truck dealership. Volvo. Luxembourg. Of interest. Okay, Luxembourg. Buy online. FH sleeper. Let's customize it. Let's take the engine out. Purchase. And Bratislava. Okay, purchase. Boom. I was convinced that we had a garage in Vienna, and we didn't. And we went through it, and I could have bought... Oh, that's annoying. That is truly annoying. We spent a great deal of time in Vienna. We could have bought the garage. Oh, I'm pissed now. I am so pissed. Because, look, we've got Norway, Sweden and Finland to get. We've got Austria and Hungary. Ugh, I'm pissed. We've got 3, 4, 5 garages. And we could have got one of them. Ugh. Alright, that's the 5 trucks. Let's get some drivers. Oh, we haven't got many recruitment agencies left. Aberdeen, Carlisle. Is that Manchester? Okay, that's bizarre. Calais, Le Havre, Lyon, Metz, Zurich, Innsbruck, Bern. We need to get up Bern. I don't think we've got Bern. As Budapest, Krakow, Lodz, Poznan. Kristiansand. Those are the recruitment agencies. So, anyway, we know that there are no more 3s. So what we're looking at is a spread of 2. So Stephanie's looking like a good deal at the moment. Ooh, let's get Daniel. Daniel. Boom. So Stephanie's got eco. Actually, let's just hire Stephanie for Bratislava. Don't know if you're aware, but there is an excellent YouTuber, the trucking girl. I can't remember her real name, but she is an excellent YouTuber about trucking. She's one of the few YouTubers that show you the realities of trucking. That's long distance. Patricia, she's got ADR and she's got high value. Yeah, it's higher. And I think we might go for Casimirs as well. So let's go in the other direction. Wow, John, not looking good. And we would prefer ADR and Eco. ADR and Eco would be my preferred makeup for 2. We got an ADR and a just in time and a fragile. An ADR and high value. Umberto's looking good so far. Apologies if this isn't particularly interesting. Yep, no, we'll go with that. We'll go with Umberto into Bratislava. Boom. Alright. We still have £197,000 over and above the 1 million, which is excellent. Right, we're going to get some rest now, so those drivers are going to earn me some money. That was the plan. That's why I haven't rested yet, because... oh, no, we don't want rain. Half 4 in the morning won't be too long. So we got 1468. Let's see what we've got. If we've got a job in Vienna, I know it's a short distance, but I'm going to do it anyway. Right, so we are in Bratislava. I could go to Budapest. That's a capital. I'd be happy to go to Budapest. Copenhagen, we're not going back there. Strava, Brno, Bratislava. Okay. Brno, Strava, and the Czech Republic, no. Copenhagen, Frankfurt. Ooh. Frankfurt. We've done Frankfurt, haven't we? Where's Frankfurt? There's Frankfurt. Yeah, we've done Frankfurt. Odense. Where's Odense? Yeah, we've done Odense. Hanover. Yeah. Salzburg. Ooh, we've not been to Salzburg. It looks like. Oh no. Ostrava, Brno. Oh, Oslo. Oslo is the capital of Norway. That is Scania's home. Carlisle is a city in the UK that we've not been to. Dover we've done. Sheffield we've done. Now let's go for Oslo. Let's go for the capital of Norway. So let's set our GPS for that. So I had a little bit of a crash with my camera. That's why the engine was off. Alright. So, I can't let that stand. We have to get Vienna. We have to get that garage. I can't believe that I didn't realise that we hadn't got it. We'd just driven through Vienna, and that's why we discovered Vienna, but hadn't actually got a garage there. So, given that we've driven through it, and we shouldn't, seriously, given that we completely discovered it, drove around and collected all the collectibles, and we shouldn't have. I think we really need to collect the garage now that we've driven all around it. So, one mistake led to another mistake. And the second mistake is going to be corrected. The mistake of thinking that we've got a garage there led to us driving around it and completely discovering it. Well, that mistake is going to be rectified. Right, this is the border between Slovakia and Austria. We are going... Oops. We're entering Austria now. And then at the next junction, although we're directed to turn left, we're going to turn right. Then what we'll do is we will buy the garage, back up, hook up, and then do all of the upgrading, purchasing and recruiting. Oh, I can't. Whoa. Yeah, I can't wait. Oof. That was lucky. I got a little bit lucky there. Okay. So, £1.74 million should be enough to buy us our garage 5 trucks and recruit 5 drivers. More than enough. It will be enough to buy 2 garages, 10 lorries, and recruit 10 drivers. Oh, slow drivers, come on. Yeah, crappy Ford Focus. The noise that you hear, that noise, that puffing noise, that happens every time you touch the brakes. Apparently that shouldn't be the case. It shouldn't do that every time. It's the air brakes. They have a certain amount of puff, and then after a while they need an intake, and that's what that puffing noise is. It's the intake of air. Was it the exhalation of air? But either way, it shouldn't happen every single time. I'm getting from an actual truck driver that drove a Freightliner for a living for quite a while. Okay, handbrake on. Ooh. As soon as the handbrake goes on, the lights change. So right there is a junction where you can only go forward in this game, and that's infuriating. We should be able to go left and right. Now that junction shouldn't really exist because you can't really go anywhere. It seems a bit daft to have it. Right, we're going to take a left at this next junction, and then this roundabout, sorry, and then a right at the next junction. So, right, and then it's a right here. Oh, I can't be bothered. I'm going to take the fine. Oh, I didn't get a fine. Okay. Right. Let's unhook. Let's buy our garage in Vienna. Yes, we want it. Right. And there is our load. Let's get back to our load. Right, we're hooked up. Okay. Now that we're hooked up, let's oh no, I don't want to look at upgrades. Oof. Clicked the wrong thing there. So no. Yeah, I want Volvo. Boom. I want a big Volvo dealer. Let's buy online. FH sleeper. Let's customize it to get rid of the super engine. When we upgrade all of our drivers, they're going to get this Euro 5. Now, it does surprise me that there's only one Euro 6 engine. That's the 460 bhp. But this is what they're going to get when I've spent all the money on garages and there are no drivers left to recruit. One at a time. Hang on. Damn it. Do you know what I haven't done? I haven't upgraded the garage. So let's go to Garage Manager. Let's go to Vienna. Let's upgrade. Yes. It's going to show us the little flyby picture again, which is a slight irritation, but only a slight irritation. Right, so let's get back to it. So yes, when I'm going to upgrade them to the full mega cab. Let's customize. Boom. They're going to get the full mega cab. They're going to get the very stable 6x4. They're going to get the big engine. But for the time being, we're going to drop it down to just a small, and let's purchase that. That's £80,184 times 5. And again, number 2. Okay, and again, number 3. Okay, and again, number 4. And then finally, the 5th. Okay, let's escape from that, go to the recruitment agency, and let's hire some drivers. We are out of 3s. We're going to have to make do with 2. So Saskia, with her fragile and high value, is in. She's got 2 and they're split. Then we have Lucas with his long distance and his eco. He's in because he's got 2 skill points and they're spread. Then we have high value and eco. So Marcel is in. Then we have long distance. ADR and long distance. Ludwig, get in. And then finally, we're looking for either ADR. Was ADR a fragile? Yeah. Saw someone. Eco and fragile, that looks good. Eco and just in time. ADR and just in time. Let's go ADR and just in time. Ulrika. Ulrika is driver number 5 for the Vienna. Right. Let's rock to. Let's rock with our load to Oslo, and then hope. So we're down to £843,000 by the time we get to Oslo, and with our reward, that should lift us to enough that we can. Let's go down here. Let's take that shortcut. And I'm not waiting. Oh! He's a bit keen there. He was green. Yeah, got away with it. No damage. We're golden. What are we like? We are damage free. So we're back on track. 26 hours and 54 minutes. We got 50 to do it. Is that right? Oh, no. Right, so where were we? We've got 49 hours. So 26, 36, 46, 48. Yep. We should have an hour to spare, which means that we're not waiting for traffic lights. And that's fine by me. We have a deadline, we have a cargo, we have somewhere to be. Let's get on it. And I've got a left turn coming up here. Oh, no, no. Ah. Curses. 1% damage to the truck, thankfully not really much to the load. That's one of our major concerns. We're not going to get an excellent, I'm cutting it fine for the 2 sleeps that I've got to have, the 2 rest that I've got to have, so I don't think that I'm going to be able to hold back, which means that we might damage the load a bit. That's the price we pay. Alright, I don't know whether we've driven on this road before or not. It's when you're being guided, it doesn't give you sort of little edging. I'd like it there to be a little sort of thing at the edge, where it's grey at the edge of the red line to show you whether you've been down the road or not. But it doesn't offer that, unfortunately. But, oh, no, 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 please, no. And I did say that oh my, how on earth have we not done any damage? I have no idea how we did no damage to our load. I really do not. Although I would imagine that if we did nothing else to our load, I think it'll hit 1% when we park it. Right, this is going to be an unstable load. This means slowing down at every kind of corner. It's determined to stay at 0, so... Ooh. So, I am recording... I normally record these during the day, but I'm recording this one at night. My good lady wife is out for a meal with colleagues. So, the house is mine to be as loud and annoying as I want, and so that's what we're doing. And all is good, all is right with the world. So I'm actually concentrating a little bit here. We don't need petrol, we've filled up. No, we do need petrol. We haven't filled up. But we don't really need it. We could fill up. We're not going to. We'll fill up when we rest, and we're not resting for another 8.5 hours at most. Probably another 7 hours. Right, this load has got me on tenterhooks. Worried that it's going to tip over at any given moment. But we are on our way to Oslo. We're actually en route now. We've passed the point where we turned off. So that's where we came from. So we're on our way. And we're about to hit Brno, and then we're heading northwest through Prague, which we have a garage. We that hours? Yes, you can see there's a petrol station, so it's hours. Through Dresden, through Berlin, through Rostock, then that little part of Denmark, Copenhagen, then through Malmo, Gothenburg, to Oslo. If possible, we might do a journey to Stockholm after that and get that capital. The aim is to get all the capitals. So I don't really know what to talk about. There are a couple of things I could go into a little bit, but I don't really know enough details about them. Although I've been watching the news about them, to be honest, there's so much more that I don't know. And they are the Malaysian Airlines missing flight and the landslide north of Seattle in Washington State in America. Yeah, I know. I don't have time to wait for red lights. Both disasters. One natural, the other we'll never know. The Malaysian air flights disaster is a little bit weird. Nobody really knows what's happened to the plane. Australian searchers have discovered debris, which they are pretty sure is part of the aeroplane. Now, if essentially about a week, 2 weeks ago, an aeroplane went missing. A Malaysian Airlines flight to China went missing. It went off course, it turned off all its locators, beacons. Nobody knows what's happened to it. They haven't found the aeroplane. They've got just under 2 weeks to find the black box so they can hear the cockpit recorder so they know what's going on. But almost everything that's being said in the news about this Malaysian Airlines, I think it's 350, 380, everything that's being said in the news is utter speculation. Nobody has a clue what has happened to this aeroplane, why it's disappeared, why it went off course, because until they turned the locator beacon off, it was definitely going in the wrong direction. It was going in the opposite direction. It needed virtually almost the opposite direction than it needed to go in order to go to China, to its airport, its destination. There are a lot of Chinese people on board. They're justifiably furious. They are now the way the Malaysian government and the Malaysian Airlines have been dealing with this has been utterly catastrophic. Excuse my language, but it's been a complete clusterfuck. They have been confused, and they've been saying different things that contradict each other. They've been speculating, or they've been saying nothing when they should have been saying things. Essentially everything that they could do wrong in relation to this, they have done. The latest thing that a lot of the news media have been up in arms about is the aeroplane is lost. I don't know why they've chosen today in order to do it, the 25th of March, but today, the 25th of March, they've decided is the day that the airplane's gone forever, will never be found. All of the relatives, all of the passengers and crew have to be dead. This is their determination. Now, it's a tiny bit early to be saying that. They haven't even found any debris from the aircraft, so they've got no idea where it is. Australian search and rescue teams have seen bits of debris that they're assuming is part of the Malaysian aeroplane, but they don't know for sure. There's a cyclone coming in, which means that the ships and the airplanes that were going to be pinpointing this debris that the Australian search and rescue teams saw can't go in because of the extraordinarily bad weather. This more than likely means that those bits of debris will sink. as a result of the cyclonic activity. I doubt we will find this aeroplane for quite some time, maybe decades before this aeroplane. It may never be found. It depends on how much we explore the sea in that particular area. But I think it's a tiny bit premature to be claiming that all of the relatives and crew, all the passengers and crew are dead as a result of this proclamation. Anyway, so the latest error as a result of this is that a number of people received this message not in a phone call, not in a letter, not in person, but in a text message. Now, I've got a massive problem with this. I think it's a little bit insensitive. I don't think it's I don't think it's as insensitive as people in the news media are making out, and it certainly doesn't warrant the outcry that's currently being poured on them. But the relatives of the passengers are ganging up on the Malaysian embassy, as if the Malaysian embassy is at fault for all of this. It's the Malaysian, the responsible organisation for Malaysian air traffic and the Malaysian Airlines team that they should be targeting, not the embassy. The embassy is not responsible for the activities of the government. The board that's responsible for air traffic, they're not responsible. They shouldn't be being picketed. But this is probably the only people that they can, for want of a better word, attack or picket. And so that's who they are focusing their vitriol. And it's quite hysterical. Now, I understand these people have lost relatives, and that is horrifying. And I understand that the horror has been drawn out primarily because there's no sign of the aeroplane, so they've got no idea whether it's crashed, whether it hasn't. They've no idea what's going on. But I don't think it's necessary to attack the people who are looking after Malaysians in China. That's not the best way to approach it. There isn't really a great deal more I can say about that, because nobody really knows anything until they've found the aeroplane. And if they find the aeroplane, and if they find the black box in the next 2 weeks, then they'll have the cockpit recorder and the instrument recorder, and they'll have a little bit more information. But really, at the moment, anything said is speculation, and I don't like speculation. I like facts. I love facts. Facts are key. Facts are important. Facts are one of the many reasons. My love of facts is one of the many reasons that I no longer am religious in any way. The other major tragedy, as I said, a huge landslide. Washington State has been suffering from some torrential downpours of rain. It's been quite wet. I mean, Washington State is quite a wet state anyway, but they've had more rain than even they. Oh no! That's my excellent gone. Fuck! That pisses me off. That was totally unnecessary. Yeah, whatever. So, at a river bend, a huge portion of land has slid, burying houses, burying cars, burying people. And the rescue teams are trying to recover. Now, they've put side-by-side photos of what the valley looked like before the landslide and what it looks like now, and it's horrifying. It's truly horrifying. I can't imagine how terrible that must have been to be involved in. But yes, there are a number of people. I think it's 8 people dead at the moment. That's probably going to rise. But rescuers are wading through at their own risk what is essentially quicksand in order to try and hunt for people, and they're sort of going through. They're making note of where they find bodies, but to be honest, their priority is the potential living, and so that what they're doing is they're looking for people who are alive who they can rescue, and then they'll go back and get and retrieve the bodies of the dead. And to be honest, I don't really know a great. Essentially, the land has been weakened by the tremendous rainfall that's the more than usual rainfall that's occurred in the region, and it's sort of caused the land to split apart and separate and become soft and loose, and that's what's resulted in this landslip, which is terrifying and terrible, and not really a great deal one can say about it that without sounding crass, I think. But the further news about Crimea is that the Russians in Crimea have taken the last of the Ukrainian military facilities, and so the Ukrainian government have pulled all military personnel out of the Crimea. There's a G8 summit going on at the moment. Ukraine were invited. They started speaking about this particular incident, set of circumstances, and the Russian delegation got up and walked out. Nobody apart from Russia thinks that what they've done is good. Nobody apart from Russia thinks they had any right to do it. But everyone is on dangerous ground. The UK is on dangerous ground because of the Gibraltar and the Falklands. The US is on dangerous ground because of the Philippines and from a couple of other places, Grenada. The French are on dangerous ground because of all of their islands in the South Pacific. It's it's a very complicated situation. The West and Western-style governments like New Zealand and Australia have threatened economic sanctions against Russia, but Russia is claiming that they don't care. At some point, given that all power and supplies at the moment come to Crimea through Ukraine, I would imagine that's going to stop. They'll shut off things like oil and gas and electricity. Now Russia will obviously compensate for that by feeding them and supplying them and trying to get generators and so forth into the Crimea. The situation has become complicated because Russia repatriated a bunch of the people that lived there initially. Whoa. They repatriated them into Russia, and then they moved a bunch of ethnic Russians into Crimea. And of course now the people in Crimea consider themselves ethnically Russian, and they voted in a referendum to be part of Russia. The international governments are now claiming that Moldova is the next in target. This is hysteria. This is targeted hysteria in order to ramp up for an invasion of the Crimea, which I think may or may not be inevitable. The Crimea is part of the Ukraine, whether Russia like it or not. Whether the ethnically Russian people in Crimea like it or not, they are part of the Ukraine, and that's what it is. What might have to happen if a coalition goes in either under the auspices of the UN or the auspices of the United States, to remove Russian forces who went in with no insignia. That in and of itself was a bit disgraceful. They've subsequently, admitted that that's what they are. That Russian forces in quotes, liberate the Crimea. Why I think now is a good time is beyond me. They think is a good time is beyond me. But they think that because the Ukrainian government is a bit unstable at the moment, because they've just deposed someone, a scumbag essentially, who was pro-Russia, who was totally running in the opposite direction of most Ukrainians in trying to develop ties with Russia. One wonders what would have happened if the Ukrainians hadn't campaigned against the guy that they've just ousted. Would Russia have left Ukraine as Crimea as part of Ukraine, or would they have gone in with the blessing of the Ukrainian government and annexed Crimea? And if they wanted to keep Crimea, why on earth did they allow it to obtain independence as part of a sovereign Ukraine? Why didn't they say, no, you can have sovereignty, but we want to keep the Crimea? The reason they want it is because it gives them a warm water base in the Baltic, which they don't have. They do not have a naval base there, because they don't have a coastline there. Alright, 4 hours. We need to look for a rest stop in about 3. So when it gets to about 2 p.m. on that little clock there, we need to be looking for a rest stop. I do keep meaning to get rid of the blue LEDs. I'm kind of fed up with them now. I kind of want to return to just white LEDs, but I keep forgetting to do it, and I can't do it in the middle of a journey because the game gets a little upset if I do that. My driving is just getting more and more atrocious. I just squeezed the car on the inside. Just spotted him in my mirrors. There is another lone installment. I can't have too many of those left. I'm probably up to 60, so I've probably got about 10 left. This is not the way to drive. I really do have to get back to a more legal style of driving, but the trouble is I'm in the hunt for excellence, and every time I lose an excellent, I get a bit grumpy, and my driving style starts to deteriorate into the reckless. But there we go. Let's cut that apex, and then we'll go across for the next apex, and hopefully that car will overtake us while we're doing that. Whoa. Yet again I've squeezed a guy, this time a little red car. Let's get in the middle lane. So we're up to 875,000. That won't really grow rapidly until we've had our rest break, which will be in about an hour and a half now. Let's undertake this dude. It does surprise me when I see trailerless trucks pootling along at like 60. Actually, it's probably 70. But no, we're in a hurry. 18 and a half hours. Oops, no. We've got 42 hours to deliver. This is good. We're doing well. Hopefully we will. Sorry, I just stopped talking and started concentrating on the road. And periodically, I get enamored by the view. Like, for instance, the two devices to move air around the tunnel that look like jet engines, and also the interior of the tunnel itself. Fantastic to look at. So we are rocketing through Germany. We are heading sort of northwest towards Rostock. When we reach Rostock, we'll take a ferry into Sweden, and then we'll drive through Sweden into Norway, and then once we're in Norway, we'll be heading towards Oslo, which is the capital of Norway, and we'll be heading to another garage. Don't worry, guys. Once I've used all of the drivers, once I've got all of the trucks filled with drivers, and there are no more drivers to hire, I won't be spending so much time on menus, and I'll be spending more time driving. So there'll be more opportunity for me to crash and for things to go tits up. Which I know, which I'm sure is probably what you really want to see. You want to see the accidents and the collisions and stuff, not the excellent driving, which I know I'm capable of, but I'm so rarely demonstrating these days. What I'm doing with this sort of apex thing is I'm trying to straighten the road as much as possible so I can keep the speed up. That's what I really want, is I want to be able to keep going as fast as possible. And given that this load is quite unstable, in order to achieve that, I need to keep the vehicle as straight as possible. Any deviation will more than likely end up in me crashing the vehicle. Mind you, I've got to turn off here. This is an exit for me. I'm going onto another road, which I can't read on that map. It's just too damn small, and I don't have a high enough resolution. Oh, this is my dream. A mega computer and a nice big 32-inch. Well, actually, no, it'd be on my TV. I don't know what the refresh rate is on my TV. It might be that I end up getting a 32-inch 120 Hz TV, monitor for my gaming. We'll see. I'll get the rig, and then if I need the monitor, I'll get the monitor later. But the rig is the most important thing, because I can use the TV. I think actually the TV is 100 Hz, so that's quite good. It's a significant improvement on what I'm using now, so that's all. And just to have true, crisp, high definition, to be able to read the dials, not just to see a blur, but to actually be able to read the dials. Alrighty, we need to be heading for a rest stop. So where's a rest stop on our map? Not far away. That's alright. It's on our left. We just need to make sure we actually on our right, we just need to make sure we actually bloody take it this time. I did go through a spate of missing rest stops, and I thought I got myself out of the habit, but apparently no. But that shall not be our experience today. Let's get on the inside lane just so that we've got the inside track when the road splits off. And an hour and a half, that's more than we need. The rest stop is coming up. Obviously, we've still got 16 hours, which means we need to have a second stop. But that's fine. Oops, slow down for that. That's all we need to do. So, let's get some fuel as well. Actually, let's get some fuel. Let's get a rest. And this is a rest stop I don't think I visited. Yep, no, I haven't visited this rest stop. So you should see that grey line jump into yellow in a second. Yay, there we go. Right, fuel first, rest second. Engine off, fuel. And £627 for 536.99 litres. Let's get the engine on. Let's get ourselves into a parking space. And one should cut it. And indeed it does. Oh, crikey, rain. Oh, I hate rain. Right. So, just under 16 hours to go. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, didn't want to do that either. And we've got 31 hours. So we've got more than enough time. So, we've got more than double the time we need for the actual journey, which means that we've probably got 4 hours to spare. So we are fully rested. Although what we're not is happy with the weather. Not a great deal I can do about that, unfortunately. Let's slow down just a little bit. And now hopefully it's mostly straight roads for the speed. Although, oh, we're down to 2 lanes. That's not cool. We don't like 2 lanes. Oh, no, we've got all the lights that we're going to get. Alright, we ran out of space while we were talking about rain and going down to 2 lanes. So I'm recording this. The following day. I recorded the first half of this journey yesterday evening, and it's this afternoon. And I'm only going to get this journey finished this afternoon because something happened overnight. SCS released the final version of the update of 1.9. And I thought I'd unclicked update. But apparently I hadn't. What I'd unclicked is I'd unclicked don't join the beta, but I hadn't unclicked don't automatically update. Normally that wouldn't be such a big issue, but this is such a major change to the game, and as I've already spoken about, the reason I didn't play this game for 2 weeks is because I play with ProMods and their Scandinavian and Northern France maps, and they don't work with 1.9 at the moment. ProMods are getting their 1.6 update for the map pack, but it's although They said it would be released when 1.9 of SCS's file was ready. Obviously they've got to double check that everything's working, and that's not going to happen immediately. So I wouldn't normally be so bothered, but I'm in the middle of a journey, as I was the last time that got broken by SCS updating the game. And more particularly, this time it's even more damaging. I'm in the middle of a journey that's going to a part of the map that ProMods, that is part of the map that's not part of the vanilla game or the Going East section. It's part of the ProMods map that won't work with this update. So I need to make sure that that this thing doesn't update without my permission. I need it to wait until ProMods is on. So as soon as ProMods will release their 1.6 update, I will then allow Steam to update Euro Truck Simulator 2. Now, I think I've got it sorted so that it asks me before it does it. I don't know. I'm a bit nervous. I will be in Oslo. I will have bought a garage in Oslo, and I'm hoping that those remain should this break again, but I'm not sure. But what will happen when the ProMods update is installed, because there are 3 new cities, it will take me back to Liverpool. Got no problem with that whatsoever. That's what happens when you change the map. You go back to Liverpool. It happened to me when I when I added 1.5. It happened to me when I added the 2 Italian cities. It happened to me when I updated ProMods for when they added northern Scandinavia, northern France, Croydon and Linköping. I think it was Linköping. Added. Or was it Jonkoping? I don't know. So we are heading to the ferry stop. We're going to get a ferry to Sweden. We're at Rostock. Sorry, we're going to get a ferry from Rostock to Denmark. We're going to then drive across Denmark, get another ferry, I think, into. Slow down here for the concrete barriers. Another ferry into Sweden, and then we'll drive through the south of Sweden into Norway, and then across Norway into Oslo. That's our journey. Okay, we are about to enter the ferry, so I'm going to slow down because the ferry does bounce you a little. You saw just there. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this ferry just across here. We're going to drive across Denmark, take a little ferry here, and then drive all the way up. It's going to cost us £272 for this part of the journey. It's a 2-hour journey. I don't know whether we get any rest time back for that. Windscreen aren't wipers off because I think the rain is not falling in Denmark. And then off we go. So yes, I was extremely miffed. I was going to record 2 journeys today. I was going to go into Oslo and then I was going to go somewhere else, but that's not going to happen now. I'm going to buy the garage in Oslo and do all of that sort of thing beforehand, before I deliver the load. Oh, blimey, traffic disappearing again. It's not the first time that's happened recently. I'm going to buy the garage. I'm going to fully upgrade it before I get before we deliver the load to the depot, because I have a feeling that ProMods might update before I get the chance to journey from Oslo. and if that happens, I won't get the opportunity to buy the garage in Oslo, because I won't be in Oslo anymore. I'll be in Liverpool. I've got a garage in Liverpool. I don't need another one. I can't have another one. I might fully investigate Oslo as well. We'll see. No, I will. I will fully investigate. I'll fully drive around Oslo. I know it might cause problems. It has caused problems for me in the past. It caused problems for me in Copenhagen. But I don't know if they don't make any changes to Oslo, then I will have lost nothing. I will have gained, because there'll be a section of the map that I'll have explored, and Bob's your uncle. If they make changes to Oslo, then obviously the little bit of journey time around Oslo will be slightly wasted, but I'll still have the garage. Obviously it's a concern spending a lot of money in a city that's outside the vanilla game, because this is what happens every time you have an update to the vanilla game that screws up the modded part of the game. You lose something. But I'm hoping that's not going to be the case here. So we've got some considerable time to drive, 11 hours. You can see we're back in the Millionaire Club, only just. We're going to duck out of that again when we get to Oslo, because we're going to spend 600,000, which means that we're probably going to be down to about 500,000. But in 2 journeys we'll have bought 3 garages. We'll have bought Oslo, Bratislava and Vienna. So we'll be doing well. We're expanding our empire. It's the whole point of this game. But I am miffed. I mean, I lost 2.5 hours of gaming. I had to stop. I had to do other things while I was waiting for. I had to restore the game. Restore the system 3 times to get rid of the update. Then I had to try and persuade Steam to not update the game, which took quite some effort. I'm not quite sure what I did and what I didn't do right, that I didn't get. I'm not, as I said, I'm not massively computer literate. I'm literate enough in computer-wise in order to run a computer and fiddle around with settings, but I'm not confident that I have to get those things from websites. So essentially, if I want to change a setting, I have to go on the internet to find out how to do it, and then follow those instructions step by step. On my computer, I usually, since I've had the iPad, I've usually tended to bring up those instructions on the iPad and have them sat side by side with my PC while I'm doing it. Obviously, I haven't got a particularly fancy computer. That means that I'm doing this. I'm doing some basic stuff because this computer is incapable of anything more than basic alterations. And that is a little frustrating, and I do wish sometimes that I knew more about computers, but I don't. And so I have to live with my abilities. I learn more every day, but the trouble is there's so much to know and so much to keep in your head, and I have so many other things going on in my life, that it's very difficult to do that. Copenhagen, which we bought a garage for very recently. So we're back in Copenhagen. Hello, Copenhagen. Oh, see that little bit of grey road? It's staring at me. It's staring at me like an evil thing. Oh, do I? No. I so want to get that little bit of grey road that I haven't discovered, but I'm not gonna do it. I might go back to Copenhagen from Oslo if the game if ProMods hasn't updated. I might go to Copenhagen and try and on my way back. But I'm in the second half of a game. I want to get this journey complete, and I'm not 100% certain whether ProMods is going to screw me over. It's not ProMods, sorry. Steam is going to screw me over by updating Eurotruck overnight again, even though I have very definitely got never update this game, never update in the background. So, and I've disabled myself from the betas because I don't want to. But there we go. I would be so much further over in my career on, what's today, the 25th or the 26th of March in real life? 26th of March. I would probably be further on in my career. We'd possibly be approaching level 32 or 33 by now. I would have had at least 1 week's extra footage on my hard drive ready to share with you guys on YouTube. I would have lost a week to the Formula 1 Grand Prix no matter what happened. That was always going to be something that, I was always going to lose that time. But, oh, what on earth? Something running in the background. Please tell me it's not iTunes again. When I launched this game, iTunes was running in the background and that was causing it to stutter. And I do hope that's not what it is. No, I think we're alright. iTunes was causing it to stutter a lot more than this. Alright, we're in Scandinavia, which means the return of the toll booths. Not in with a vengeance like they return in France. But yes, we don't really have toll booths in Germany or Austria. You don't have any toll booths in the United Kingdom. 150, wow, Scandinavia is expensive. And mind you, I would imagine that toll booths in the UK would be £200, 180. Things seem to be a lot more expensive in the UK for some reason. Alcohol isn't though. I tell you, well, that's one thing that is hideously expensive in Scandinavia. My father paid for 2 meals in Scandinavia with a bottle of whiskey each night. Each night, plunked a bottle of whiskey on the table, and I paid for his dinner. Because the duty on alcohol in Scandinavia is like the duty on petrol in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, tax on petrol is 80%. That means for every £1 you spend on petrol, 80 pence of it goes to the government, and 20 pence of it goes to is shared out between the people that extract the oil and the people that give the oil, that supply the oil to you. So I can't remember how expensive petrol was. I think it was something like £2 a litre. I can't remember now. It's a lot. Anyway, put it that way. It's a lot. Yeah. So if it were £2 a litre is a lot, and that sounds ridiculous. That sounds like it can't be right. But if it were £2 a litre, then £1.60 of that goes to the government. £1.60 of the money you give over goes to the government. If it's £2, I can't remember. But it is a horrifyingly large amount. So we've got, it should take us just 8.25 hours to make this delivery. We've got 20 hours to do it, but we're not quite had enough rest. So I imagine that we'll have to have another sleep before. 8 hours. Yeah, unless we can make up some time. I want to explore I want to explore Oslo. So what I think I might do is I might stop here at this rest stop, get some rest, and then that'll give us the spare driving time. We're all right for petrol, so I don't need to stop for petrol. We are going to take a rest here. And we'll wait for the bing. Oh, damn it, we're on the car side. That's truly annoying. Ugh. This is the problem with the AA, they get right up your arse and they won't bugger off. No, run away. Ugh, God, I'm having as much trouble doing this as I do when I park the damn thing. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go the other way. There we go. E, off. Ugh, it's bloody raining again. It would, wouldn't it? That car still crashed there. Right, what damage did we do? 2%. Hopefully we should still get a good work if we don't do any more damage, but it is annoying. It's my own fault. For future reference, the right hand side is for trucks, the left hand side is for cars. So we're on our way to Oslo. We're still, I believe, in Copenhagen. Oh, actually, there might be a bridge. I think it might be a bridge rather than a ferry between Denmark and Sweden. I think that's what it is. I think. So we won't have to take a ferry. Yes, so the frustration this morning and this afternoon of trying to get this game to work, to finish this journey. It's the second time I've had a struggle, and it's because Steam it's because I have the wrong settings on Steam. So I mean, it's not all Steam's fault. I should be aware of the potential impact of an update on the game, and I shouldn't have got excited and grabbed the update. I had it when they put 1.8 on us. 1.8 was going to be the AI fix, and I didn't realise that the AI fix was going to cause me the problems it was. So I okayed the beta, but what happened with 1.8 is all they gave you was the streamlined truck. It's all they added, nothing else. And so I grabbed the beta. I said yes, put me on the beta list, and I ticked that box, and then forgot about it, because that happened in December. January. Then ProMods dropped the Northern France map update on Christmas Day, and although that had some minor issues, didn't cause me any problems in the game, so I wasn't too worried about it. But 1.9 is a different matter. Now, as I said, they released a beta version of 1.9, which screwed me up. I stopped playing, and I noticed that when I came out of the game, Steam was uploading the beta, and I was quite excited. I was, yes, excellent, I'll get to try the new map, the new AI, the new cosmetic updates, the slight updates to the truck that I'm driving. And then I went on ProMods, and there was a great big message saying, 1.9 does not work with ProMods, do not install it. And it was too late, I'd installed it, so I spent a whole day fiddling around with it. In fact, I spent 2 days fiddling around with it. I did all sorts of things to try and get rid of the update. Ultimately, what worked for me was rolling back the PC to a restore point. What worked for me was going onto their website, unclicking the beta, shutting the PC down, going to a restore point, getting it to restore to that point before it had installed the update, and then getting the game started. Now, that did get me into the game. What was happening was with the 1.9 update and with the 1.9 beta, what it would do is it would just sit there, it wouldn't do anything, it wouldn't upload, nothing would happen, and so once I rolled it back to a restore, I got it to stop installing the update, but once I'd rolled it back to the restore point, I could at least get into my profiles. That was when I had the issue with the mouse pointer. It wouldn't find, it would only sit in the top left hand corner and wouldn't do anything else. Then I discovered you've got to delete all of the controller SII files in all of your profiles, not just the profile that you're driving in, but the master profiles folder and all of the profiles you're driving. That got me in, and that's how I was able to finish Journey 69, do 71, 72, and 73, and I'm in Journey 74. Then obviously 1.9 drops properly, and I haven't unclicked the yes, always have. There are 3 options. Always have the most up-to-date version, please update automatically, never update. And there's also the option, I also unclicked the download in the background option, which I didn't want either. I don't want it, but I don't, because I've got such a lower powered PC, I don't want anything happening in the background while I'm doing this. I've discovered through painful trial and error that this machine likes to be doing one major thing at the time, and this is a major thing. This takes up a lot of the computer's processing power to run this, and I can't have it doing anything else in the background. I literally have to shut it down, and if I could turn the internet off, I would do that too, because one suspects that it's ticking over with the internet. And then when I finish this game, every now and again I find pop-ups. I wish I could disable my virus software, my antivirus software. It came with McAfee, which we never used, never installed, and didn't want, because it was £45. It's on there, it's £45 to activate. It's like, screw that. So we got McAfee. Sorry, not McAfee. We got Kaspersky, because Kaspersky was dirt cheap. It was £15 for 2 licenses, which, well, we didn't need 2 licenses, but £15 for 1 license was cheaper than anything else that was out there. Well, I want to go Apple next, but my mega computer, I'm going to want to have the bare bones minimum. I don't connect to stuff. I won't be using it for anything but this game, well, for gaming, sorry, and I will be scrupulously careful about what mods I install and where I get them from. I think, I'm hoping at some point SCS get the okay from Mercedes. Whoa, nearly. The okay from Mercedes to use the logo so that I don't have to have the mod for Mercedes and name and logo. But I have a mod for that. I have a mod for the barriers, to use the barriers. Whoa. Ah, crap. Still only 2%. Wow. I have a mod for the halogen bulbs in the truck facing forward. I have a mod that increases the illumination of oncoming traffic. Oh, this is not good. Something is running in the background. I'm going to find a suitable location to pull over and pause, and I'm going to find out whatever it is, and I'm going to stop it from doing it, because this is annoying and frustrating. Excuse me for a moment. Alright, I don't know what was going on. It doesn't appear to be anything running that isn't normally running, and this is using most of the CPU by a wide margin, so unfortunately I'm just going to have to live with it and hope it doesn't happen anywhere critical. So we're in Gothenburg, so we're quite high up in Sweden, and I don't think it's too long before we turn off and head into Norway. We've only got 4.5 hours of journey time left, so we should be reasonably close. Oh, you sweet fool. Right, thankfully. I don't know what the hell I was doing there. Thankfully they didn't take me off my route by more than a fraction. It was stupid as stupid can be. Okay. Oslo. I couldn't see how far away it said Oslo was, but we're on our way to Oslo, that's for sure. Right, rain looks to be over. So, let's get rid of the wipers. Excellent. I love the way that the rain just gradually, slowly disappears from the windscreen, rather than just immediately stopping. I think it should stay there until you wipe it off, but then that requires... that's not possible. Not with... no. Oh, so yes, so this morning and early afternoon has been extraordinarily frustrating in terms of getting this thing running. I fear that I will have to go through the same process tomorrow. I hope I won't, but I fear I might have to. Just to leave Oslo and go somewhere else. But we will finish this journey. We will thoroughly investigate the crap out of Oslo. We will buy our garage. We will hook up. We will install 5 drivers and 5 trucks. We will continue the empire building. We will continue to grow. We will continue to update. Now, I don't believe that this journey will get me to level 30, but it will get me a good way there. I would imagine it will be either 2/3 or 3/4 of the way to level 30 by the time we reach. By the time we unhook the trailer. We've got obviously 2% damage. We're going to lose a chunk of that. Now my hope is that we can mitigate that with the parking. As always, one of the main reasons we do the parking is because it's a no-brainer. It rescues you from your own stupidity sometimes, or it mitigates it at the very least. Okay. And we are rocking and rolling. Oh, no, we had the lights on. We had the high beams on, and we want to keep them. So it's gone 7 o'clock in the evening. It's going to start getting dark soon. This journey's supposed to take another 3 hours. We have 11.5 hours to do it. Oh, he's going to pull out, isn't he? No, thank goodness for that. I thought he was going to pull out. I am looking forward. Don't get me wrong. 1.9 is not unwanted on this computer. It's just not wanted at the moment until ProMods have got their 1.6 working. As soon as 1.6 is up and running and good, then 1.9 is going to be on my computer. That's happening. We're in a 50 zone here. It's probably just as well I got slowed down here because this is quite a sharp turn, and knowing me, I would have been in that ditch at the side of the road. It'd be interesting to see where this game goes. I know ProMods are mapping the crap out of Euro Truck Simulator 2, and SCS are going to America, but are they going to go elsewhere? There's the scope for places like Australia and New Zealand where they have these road trains, where a lorry with not just one, but 3 or sometimes 4 trailers behind them, known as a road train, will traverse tremendous distances, crisscrossing Australia. And they do a similar thing in New Zealand, although they do 1 and 2. They do tandems. They don't do 3 or 4. The country's not open, not as open, and the roads aren't as straight as they are in Australia. They tend to do tandems because the roads can be quite winding. They can be quite sort of like the UK. In that, whoa, nearly squeezed that guy in his car. It does pay to look in those mirrors, it really does. Okay, we have a toll booth here. Okay. £11, that's a little bit better than the £151 that we paid when we arrived in, was it Denmark? I think it might have been when we left, yes, when we left the ferry from Rostock. Was it Copenhagen we got to? And I think we almost immediately got to a toll booth and paid £151, and I thought that was a bit cheeky. Right. Right, we are on our way. What the hell? Wow. Good old ProMods. Throwing in a bit of a curveball, a bit of an in-swinger, a googly, as they would say in the UK. What the heck? I think this is something like a weighing station or customs slot. This must be. Are we in Norway? Are we in Norway yet? Oh, we've been in Norway for a while. That's the border that we came through. So we came through before, just at the toll booth. Wow, we're really close to Oslo. Okay, let's go for this. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people using mods that that change the trailers. I'm not so worried about that. You don't see the trailer very much. You certainly don't see the trailer you're pulling, except from a little corner of it in your mirror. And you know, one company is as good as another. I don't necessarily need realistic companies to make me feel like I'm driving a real lorry. It's the experience of driving the lorry. I'd like to see more effort paid to the maps and the interiors of the trucks than I would the trailer you're pulling. You know, hopefully you should, aside from its size and its dimensions, you really shouldn't think about the trailer while you're driving it. You shouldn't need to. But you know, some people like to have trailer packs. There's a modder called Jazzy Cat who makes huge trailer packs with hundreds of paint jobs for curtain sides and for hard sides and for the cylinders like the one I'm dragging at the moment. And that's fine, that's absolutely fine. But he kind of ruins the experience for me, because all he does is paint the load. He doesn't then do anything for the menus, so you've got no idea what you're dragging, which I find a little frustrating. I do wish some of the modders, I know this seems like a bizarre complaint, and I've made it already and justified it already in one of the previous videos, but I do wish they would pay attention to the menu system. It's how people decide what they're going to do to their lorry, and you can't do that if you're not given a hint. And some of the modders are incredibly lazy. I've seen one with a couple of brand new Mercedes interiors for the Actros, and the menu picture is exactly what you get with the game. How hard is it to take a small, minuscule screenshot? Because I'm pretty certain that's all that SES have done for their menus, is a cropped screenshot. But, you know, I'm not a modder. I don't know how long it takes to make these things, and so while I might complain, it's from the point of view of a gamer rather than a modder. I'm sure if I attempted to mod, I would find it quite hard. Let's scrub some speed off. That was starting to get a bit risky. So we're getting quite near. Oh, I seem to be magnetically attracted to the barriers. That's what screwed me before the parking incident. That's what screwed me with my 1% damage. I am hoping that the addition of a steering wheel doesn't set me back too far, because I have kind of got used to driving this with a keyboard. I make a colossal number of mistakes, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I have got very much used to this. £8, that'll do. Okay. And Oslo, here we go. So we have visited Oslo already. It's a city that we've already been to. Actually, while we're looking, let's have a look and see what we haven't done in Oslo. Well, we have explored quite a bit of Oslo. I don't think I'm actually going to have to do a great deal. Alright, we are going to turn left at the next 2 roundabouts. Yeah, this is going to be quite difficult. Yeah, I don't think that I am going to stand a chance of doing so. I'm going to turn left at this roundabout to get to the garage. Then, I would imagine, I will have to do a U-turn here. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to get onto this road. I do wish there was a line to tell you what was over and what was under and what wasn't, but you know. Alright, so we're getting off here. And go around this roundabout. And then remember we're going to go left at the next roundabout because we want to buy that garage. And we can do 80, which is good news. So you can see some of the buildings. That's quite impressive. Is that a high rise? Or is that something else? That's a high rise. That's good. It's nice to see some skyline, as it were. Right, let's pick up this garage. Right, so we're going to do the same as we did in Vienna. We're going to unhook to buy the garage, then rehook and do everything else. So let's drop the load, go in and buy the garage. Yes. Alright, thank you. Lovely. Right, let's... Let's hook up, right. Okay. Where are we? Oslo. Upgrade. Yes. Right. It's going to want us to show us the flyby, as it always does, which is slightly irritating, but... Right, let's escape from that. Let's go to the truck dealership. Boom. VOLVO. Colding is our nearest. That's fine by me. So, customize. Let's get rid of the big engine. Boom. What I might do is... we are going to be in a position of having a lot of money at some point. Oslo. Boom. Purchase in Oslo. Okay. Purchase in... place in Oslo. Boom. So we're going to, once we've run out of drivers, we are going to be in a position of earning a lot of money. And we're not going to have a great deal to spend on it. Now, as you may have been able to tell from this playthrough, I'm not really one for upgrading the truck too much. But I am going to upgrade the crap out of all the others. Like we've got one here in Kristiansand, and I know we've been to Kristiansand, and I cannot understand for the life of me why we didn't. So at this point, I think we just take whatever we can get. So Oslo. Tina in Oslo, and then who else have we got? We've got Marianne into Oslo. Okay, Lucy. She looks a bit strict. Ooh. Yes, that dude. To Oslo, boom. And then finally, I think Ryan's the next, isn't he? Let's get Alexander in. Boom. Okay. All is good. Right, so we are let's go back to garage, have a look at our garage. Look at that, 15 garages. Oslo obviously has just been added, but you can see they're all sort of pulling their weight. Where's Liverpool? Liverpool 92%. Obviously, it's pulling in the most money. 33,000 a day. But yes, Vienna's not really. It's getting, it's pulling. It's at 0% productivity, but it's pulling in £1,700 a day. Oslo's just been added, so it's not putting anything in yet. We acquired one Bratislava that's still at 0% productivity, but it's bringing £3,000 in. Vienna, where else? Yeah, everywhere else is we're looking. Then the next lowest is 20%. Copenhagen, we bought that. So yeah, fairly recently. So yes, we've bought 4 garages in very quick succession. We bought Vienna, Bratislava, Copenhagen, Oslo. So 4 garages in quick succession. We're doing all right. Right. So let's see what this road is like. You can see the petrol station just peeking out. Isn't that fantastic? We're all right for fuel at the moment. I really hope that I can take a right turn at the end of this road, but I'm not 100% certain that I can. Because if I could join that big road and get us back on track. We have lost. Oh yeah, no, we haven't. No, I was going to say we've lost. We can go right. That's excellent. That fills me with joy. So we're going to turn right, and then the map is going to. The GPS is probably going to direct us to go in an appropriate route, and we're just going to follow it. At some point it's going to want us to go. I think I should go down here. Yes, it's telling us to do that. That's fine by me. Oh crap, no, I don't want it, no. I want to go down that one. That one is to go in the other direction, which we don't want. We want to go in this direction. Phew, that was nearly a catastrophe. A catastrophe. It wasn't really a catastrophe. It would have been an annoyance more than a catastrophe, because we've got plenty of time. We're not going to be late. We've got, 8 hours to make this delivery. We're going to be able to do it in 3 minutes. So. That looks very familiar to a road that I went up that I didn't want to go when I was going in the wrong direction. Alright, let's go and deliver this load. Alright, groovy. Yes. There really is nothing I can do about those sections of the road that I haven't visited. I'm about to go either over or under a small section of road that for some reason I haven't visited. I think. Or am I just going to cross it? No, I think I'm going over it. Yeah, I'm going over it. Right, and this is where we drop our load. Nice big. Mind you, I did have a problem with this. The last time I went on one of these, I had a bit of an issue with it. I didn't go in straight. So I was going to crash there. Right. Let's see if I can get this one in without needing. Oh no. Let's straighten it out a little bit. Am I good? Am I good? Is this good? This might not be good enough. No, let's not do that. So, oh no. I don't think this is going to be good enough either, but it might be. Nope. We're close. We're just not close enough. I just need to be able to make more minute changes, which I could do with a steering wheel. No. Oh. No, wrong direction. This is turning into a disaster. I need to go over to the right. Oh, I've lost my mojo. No, I don't want to do that. I need the 45 XP to cover for my crash. Oh, ridiculous! Now I'm too far over to the too far over to the left. Oh, that was going so well. Yeah. Yet again, not good. Come on. Yeah, that'll have to do. That's not straight by any stretch. But the game has given it to me, so handbrake on, engine off, and let's see what it's given us. Good work. That's more than I expected. That was an appalling journey. Bratislava to Oslo, 2/3. Driven distance 1615 kilometers. Time taken 41 hours and 23 minutes. Fuel consumed 598.5 liters. Base reward 1615 kilometers. is £37,418 and 1,615 XP. A proficiency bonus for level 29 of £16,277. An ADR delivery bonus for ADR class 6 of 339 XP. A long distance delivery bonus for skill rank 5 of £7,333 and 403 XP. The bonus for parking the trailer was 45 XP, and you can immediately see why I wanted that bonus. The damage penalty was 2%, which cost us £257, and it cost us 26 XP. So we definitely mitigated it by parking the trailer. So that gave us a total reward of £60,771 and 2,376 XP. It took a huge chunk at level 30. So we are still a level 29 instructor. We have, on this profile, a lifetime XP of 97,518. Our target is still level 30, which is 99,700. And we are in Oslo, and I'm relieved because I didn't think I'd be able to do this journey. I thought that the update was going to screw me over, and it was going to mean that I couldn't give you the full video. But we're here. We're done. We made it. So, if you thank you for watching this video. Please watch the others. If you've got any suggestions, please put them in the comments below. If there's something I'm doing that is annoying you, let me know. We'll give it consideration. If there's anything else that you think another game that you think might suit this particular format of videoing a laptop screen, I don't know that there will be, but let me know. Like this, if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you know someone who might enjoy these videos, let them know about it. If you want to know when my videos are online, you can go on my Twitter, which is simply MovieScouts007. I've got a Facebook page, again, MovieScouts007. And if you subscribe to my videos, you'll never miss another one of these videos. So, thank you for watching this one. And until I see you in the next video, I'll see you on the road.